Hello, I'm Gerald Peplow, and I am a drone pilot for the Yucaipa Community Emergency Response Team. And my wife Becky are both part of the aviation team, and we were recently deployed with the CERT team to the Five Winds Ranch as part of an exercise to look for an equestrian who had been lost on the trail because he'd been thrown from a horse. So we started here, and then after the briefings and everything was all set up, we were thinking about flying from here, but because we had access to the roads here, we decided it'd be better for us to drive out to where the main part of the valley was in the Dorado Ranch Park. So that took us from here all the way down here. We just brought our vehicle down and we were led by Mark, one of our leaders. And so we set up shop right here. Now, the first thing we did after we landed is we did the briefing and took off. Got there. We did the briefing and then we took off down the trails. Our first trail was along here. And we looked at that going up, made sure there's nobody there. And what we found was there were a lot of pedestrians there, hikers and everybody else and bikers. So if there's people on the trail, probably there's easier access, and our people and the people on the trail probably would have saw the individual on the side of the road after being thrown. So we went back here again and started over, and then we took the stream trail right up this way. After taking the stream trail, there was nobody on the trail, so we took our time a little bit more looking to make sure nobody was on it. And then again, when we got to a certain point, we did a return to base and flew back so we could reset ourselves. Then, as I was flying out this way, now here there's a pit. This pit is being turned into a lake or whatever it may be. And so what we decided is I decided we'd go over here and take a look inside this pit. Now, the thing was, as I was coming from this way, the subject ended up being there. I could see the full pit, but at this point, the ridge, because I was only at like 160 feet, the ridge got in the way and he was on the defilade right here. So I ended up missing him. After I missed him, I went through here, and then moving along, I put myself in a position to come through and check this trail and this trail. Then I came across here, did some open stuff. You'll see I saw some of our people over here. The resolution was really good. The camera can see all this stuff. So then I did some open trail here. And then I got to about right here, and then I got a call that the subject had been found. Right about here, there's a pit, like that pit I was telling you about. So I came back to see what was going on. I got some good shots of them giving care. And then they asked me to make sure that I could help them find a way out. There was a small trail going out this way, and so that's the way they came back. And then from there, after that, we came over and we landed at the top here, and then we went back to Five Winds for a debrief. Well, as I said earlier, we started on a trail along the bluff with just a simple look, but there were people here, and if there was somebody that was lost, they probably would have been found. Not that we wouldn't check that, but we would later on. It's probably better to go to a place that's less accessible, but with the UAV. Then we moved into the stream trail and took a little bit more time there. It was complicated terrain, but this is where the hard part was. Is coming through here. I was looking through the trail here, and if you look down at the bottom, you can see coming up here the subject just at the bottom. Now maybe with a bigger screen we would have saw them, but I know that if I would have taken more time to look there, we would have found the subject. Well, then I moved on and looked the other side, checking pretty good, but if I would have came around and done a circle, I probably would have found the subject. Then we moved, I looked that is the upper trail. Now, the thing is it's outside of our line of sight, so I use my 28 zoom to look if there's anybody up on the trail. Then again, you can see, look at this resolution, you can see things well with this Mavic 3 drone. Then I decided to do sort of an open area search down a little bit lower. Right in this area here. It'd be hard to find somebody in some of that. Now, up at the top you see low grass, but it'd be hard to find somebody in some of the taller stuff. And there was a black bluff there too. And again, we're checking the trail, but we're really not checking trail so much as trying to also look on either side of the trail. That's a 28 zoom right there. Then we got a radar report the subject was found. And so I decided to fly over. You can see how now, because I'm coming from a different direction, I probably would have seen the subject. So in this situation, if I find a situation that I think the subject might be there, I'm going to circles. I'm going to do a couple more checks. And here you can see them recovering the subject. And now I'm trying to lead them out of the area because I've been on this trail before, and you can see that little trail there, but it's so hard to talk someone through it. Maybe it would be better if next time we also made sure we had compasses and stuff. And so that was the end of the mission, and then we landed successfully, and the subject was found.